There is only one key concept you have got to understand before we even get too deep into this video. There's one key concept that if you understand this, you will literally stop procrastinating. You will be driven and compelled and actually love to do the hard work that most people don't like doing, and you'll actually make progress in your life and reach your goals. But there's one understanding, alright? So what is this understanding? It's this. We as humans are driven towards pleasure and away from pain. Now this might not click off any alarm bells in your head, right? But trust me, as we continue with this video, you're gonna understand how you can use this to your advantage, okay? But before we get too deep into that, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make goals happen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to trick your brain into stop procrastinating, alright? And the best way is by using pleasure, using things you love to trick your brain into doing hard things to stop procrastinating and to get what needs to get done, alright? Because like I said in the beginning, we are driven towards pleasure and away from pain. And what happens is, we are growing up in a pleasurable society. We are in the dopamine nation. Like literally, from the moment we come out the womb, we are given a freaking chicken nugget. Like, everything is pleasurable these days. We are just given rewards, right? Because rewards are pleasurable. We are given rewards since the day we wake up. Since the day we come to this earth. Most of us at least. I know there are some people who just, like David Goggins, they weren't given crap. You know, they were given just all the hard things, all the hard shit. But for most of us, we have grown up with a phone in our hands, with TV screens on, with computers, with food you can get at the flip of a button, with cars that can take you wherever you want to go, with friends you can just go hang out with wherever you want to go. Like, we are just growing up in a society that's so easy. What happens is we lose the ability to use rewards to our advantage because we are just surrounded by rewards, right? We are just surrounded by pleasure. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you want to do hard work and you want to stop procrastinating on things that matter to you, you've got to cut off this constant stream of pleasure you're getting and redirect it in a different way. You know how the carrot and stick, like if you want to move a horse, you can either put a carrot in front of it, or you can hit it with a stick. Either way, you can get in the move. But if you hit the horse with a stick too often, eventually it'll just like fall down and burn out and crash, and you won't get anywhere. But if you keep giving that horse a carrot, it will never stop going for you. Similarly, we try to beat ourselves with sticks. We try to force ourselves to do the things that need to get done. We try to force ourselves to get focused. We try to force ourselves to make progress. And by doing that, we are burning out way too fast. Or we just procrastinate because that stick is not enough to motivate us. And then the pressure comes, the deadline comes up, and we gotta get it done really fast. And it's horrible, we're stressed out, and then the cycle repeats. That's what most of us are doing because we don't know how to use pleasure to our advantage. We don't know how to use rewards because we are consumed in a nation of rewards, of pleasure. Like literally, if you listen to music all the time, every single day, you are literally tapped into a pleasurable source 24/7. And I used to be that way. Like I used to listen to music all the time. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, that rant. But what I'm trying to get to you is that pleasure is all around us. We are always dangling carrots in front of our faces, and then trying to beat ourselves to do work with sticks. When in reality, we need to take the stick away, take the carrot away, and put the work we need to get done in front of us, and then put the carrot, the pleasurable thing, above the work. So what this means is, you need to put rewards in front of the work that needs to get done. Instead of just saying, dang it, I need to get this done. I don't want to do this. It's just hard. I don't feel like it. I'm lazy. I'm not motivated. Say, when I do this thing, I can get on my phone. When I do this thing, I can have breakfast. When I do this thing, I can go hang out with my friends. When I do the hard work, I get the reward. And since we are driven towards pleasure and away from pain, if you cut away all the reward, like if you took all the pleasurable things away, if you tell yourself when you woke up you can't get on your phone, you can't watch TV, you can't play a game, you can't listen to music, you literally can't do anything but sit and be bored with your thoughts and have to deal with your thoughts, just that in itself is horrible. If you tell yourself that is painful. You don't want that. But if you tell yourself, I can't do that stuff until this gets done, now you're going to be so driven to work on what needs to get done because you'll have the rewards of finally getting on your phone again, finally watching TV, finally being able to listen to music, finally being able to watch play the game, you know? Like, you can finally do the things you want to do once the work is done, right? So if you want to trick your brain into to stop procrastinating and love the work actually done, all you gotta do is pair the work with a reward. So I'm gonna give you some examples. I've always wanted to be more active, but it was just hard for me to get out. It was hard for me to even go for a walk around the block. I was so lazy. But that all changed when I thought about what do I like to do. And here's something that's really important before we get too deep into the examples. You have to understand, what do you like to do? What is pleasurable to you? What would be a reward for you? So I'm going to give you examples that I have, but you got to really understand, like, what is something you don't do normally because you don't have time for, but you would love to do? For instance, a reward for me would be that I don't get to do often, but I would love to do, is just listening to Daniel Caesar's album, his whole album, just sitting there listening to it. I don't have time to do it, but if I wanted to motivate myself to do something, I would easily say, okay, when I do this, then I can listen to Daniel Caesar's album, because it's just something I love to do. Now that's very specific, and the words you like will be very specific to you. So when I give you these examples, they might not really be like, okay, I don't really care about that. Well, that's okay, because those are my rewards. You gotta figure out your rewards, okay? Now, like I said, I wanted to walk more. I wanted to be more active, but it was hard for me to even do anything. Now, I thought about, what do I like to do? Well, I love to read books. And normally, I just read ebooks or I listen to audiobooks, but I don't, like, have a physical book open and read it. But I absolutely love the touch, the texture, you know, your fingers, the smell of books, the pages, the sound. I love the the sensation of reading a real book. And so I told myself, what if every time I walk, I can read a physical book? And that in itself, that is why I walk 4 miles every single day. Because now, when I think of walking, it's not, oh, I get to walk. It's, I get to read this physical book that I love to read. That is my reward. And when I got into working on my business, I wanted to spend 2 hours working, right? But it was just so hard for me to really get into that state until I told myself, because first of all, let me tell you, I love breakfast. I love breakfast. I love to eat. So I thought, this is something I already love. I do it every day. I want to work every day. Why not pair breakfast with my work? And I told myself, after the hard work is done, after I work for 2 hours, I can immediately have breakfast. And now I start loving the work, because I wasn't working to work. I was working because I knew I could get breakfast. You feel me? So if you can figure out the words that motivate you, that you actually love. And instead of allowing yourself instant access to it, you say, I can only get this once this hard work gets done. You will literally stop procrastinating. Because when you don't have those pleasurable things, when you have the discipline to cut away those pleasurable things, and tell yourself you can't do it until this gets done, it will actually get done. Because if not, you're either gonna be bored, or you're gonna have to deal with the demons in your head, and you don't want to do that. So the option of doing the hard work will seem a lot more pleasurable. On top of that, you'll get the reward in that. And of course, it's gonna be hard to say, I'm not gonna do these things when I wake up. It is going to be hard, and you're gonna fail in the beginning. Average people, though, they won't push through and try and get until it sticks. But if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, a successful creative, a successful high achiever, you have got to step above what average people do. You've got to become more disciplined. You got to have that integrity to tell yourself, when I say I'm not going to do these pleasurable things, I'm not going to do it until these things get done. It will be hard, but I promise you, if you try and stick with it, and if you fail, just try to do better tomorrow. Try to do better next time. You eventually get to a point where you actually stick to I'm not going to have any pleasurable things until the hard work gets done. You don't just say, oh, I'm not going to do this, and then you do it anyway. You actually do it. Alright, so hopefully that made sense to you. If you want to trick your brain to stop procrastinating, literally just put reward. And it can be anything. And like, if you like coffee, you can just say, after I read this book, I can have my cup of coffee. If you like to talk to your friends, you can say, after I finish my homework, I can go hang out with my friends. If you literally just like to smoke, and I know this is not the best thing, but if you like to smoke, you can tell yourself, okay, after I work out, I can smoke. You feel me? Like, just have a reward. And a reward for me that always gets me in front of the camera when I don't feel like recording is, if I record a video, I can have protein cookies. So the reward does not have to be something very big, something extravagant. It just has to be something that is pleasurable to you, that you like, and that will motivate you to get the work done. Alright? Because then again, you won't be doing the work for the work, you'll be doing the work for the reward. Alright, so hopefully this video makes sense to you. Let me know what you're going to reward yourself with. Like, comment down below what rewards you can use to put in front of the hard work that needs to get done. And then just do the hard work and tell yourself after you're done, you can get the reward. I promise you, it sounds simple, but if you do this, it will change the game for you, alright? Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I make videos like this every single day because I want to help you reach your goals. And also, if you want to learn more about rewards and more things that help you reach your goals, I do have a complete guidebook, completely free. You ain't got to put your email in, none of that. Just click the link and you got it. It'll be in the description. Go check it out. And as always, remember, take action, stay consistent, make your goals happen, and I will see you later.